everyone! So I am going to be doing the tutorial on a couple of different ways you can revamp your t-shirts or just change them up, and it's super easy. So I'm going to pop you guys down. Here's a dog. Hi Padfoot. Here's another dog. Hi Pip Pip. Good girl. And yeah, so hopefully they don't get in the way too much. I probably should have done this inside, but it's such a nice day, so yeah, I'll get started. Okay, so for the first one, I'm just going to make this a little crop top. So this is super easy. The first thing you want to do is try on the t-shirt and work out how short you want it to be. And you can always cut more, but you can't like uncut it. So lie the top or t-shirt down so that it the hem is like facing you. Okay, so I'm going to cut mine sort of like about here, and I find that the best thing to do is make sure that it's folded like completely centered, and then take one thing under the sleeve and fold it to the other one, and make sure it's like folded completely in half, like pretty as accurate as you can. And then I'm going to take some good sharp fabric scissors and cut it. I don't want it to be too short, and then sort of make it a bit longer in the middle than on the edge, so cut it at a slight curve but not anything sort of too drastic. That's what that looks like. So this is a brand new top. I just got it today and it's in the whole video. Don't get your feet over it, so I don't want my dogs making it all dirty, but I think that looks quite good. It's quite a clean cut. And then get off it. Gosh, my dogs just get in the way, don't you? And then what you want to do is, so that it sort of like holds, that's why another reason you want it to cut it a little bit longer than you actually want to wear it, because it'll roll itself up a bit. So you just want to pull the edge so it sort of rolls like that. I know, good girl. Just pull the edge, pull, and then it is done. So that's the way it looks. I'll try it on in the end of the video and see, and if it's too long I can cut a bit more, but I think that's going to be quite nice and I really like it. Okay, so for the next one, I'm just going to be cutting the rib cage back on this shirt. So I've done it before on my sister's top, which I'm using as a guide. This was the first time I did it. So that's what it will look like, hopefully. So you just want to put the back of the shirt like face down, like that. And you can use tailor's chalk or just a grey lead. Tailor's chalk is best, but the only tailor's chalk I have is white, and that's not really going to help, because you're going to need to draw the pattern onto your material. Okay, so you want to find the middle of your t-shirt, so sort of grab both sides and sort of try and fold it in half, and then sort of remember where the line was. Okay, I got my fingers on the line, and then I'm just going to just lightly, it doesn't have to be perfect. I don't want it to look perfect, but I don't know if you can see, but I just lightly sort of drew the line down the middle. And then depending on how high up you want the rib cage to start, I want mine to start about here. You just want to draw a little, hopefully you can actually see this. You want to draw little curves. I'll show you in a second. it's not very dark, so you can probably hardly see, but you can see you've just drawn a line like that going down. So you do this 2 together and then a big gap, 2 together, big gap, 2 together, big gap. And then down the bottom on the last one, you just want it to be sort of curving the other way a little bit. So you want to leave sort of, here was my center line. I've left sort of a little bit of room for like the, what's going to end up looking like the spine kind of thing. And I didn't want it to come down too low, so it stopped about here, and then I got all the rest of the bottom of the t-shirt here. So try to get the sides as even as possible. Obviously it doesn't have to be perfect. Maybe if you have a top that you don't really care about, practice on that first, because you don't want to be doing this on a t-shirt you really like and make a really big mistake that you don't want to wear the t-shirt anymore, because that would be a bit sad. I'm just trying to line it up a little bit. And how long you want the actual ribs to be is just personal preference. Obviously the longer they are, the more open the back of your t-shirt's going to be. You know, if you're not happy with it, you can just rub it out and start again. You want to start around, like, it depends how large you want the spine to be, but you want to start around, you know, the start of where you've drawn your line, and just cut along the top of your first curve. And then start next to it. Make sure you don't cut this rib off because that kind of defeats the whole point of the t-shirt, and then you just have a big hole. Okay, and then you want to cut as vertical as you can down to the top of the next slit of the next line, and then this bit you are going to cut off. And see, that's the first cut, so this one's going to be the first rib, and then once you've done, you just want to pull that so it gets like stringy, and that's your first rib. That one's a little bit thin, so I'm going to make sure that my other ones are a bit thicker. Okay, so I've just made a big mistake. I completely forgot what I was doing, and I cut too far down here. But don't worry if you do that. You can just sort of curve the rib a bit more, and you know, you won't have a huge gap, because you know, you can salvage any problems. It's not the end of the world. Oh, and also make sure you don't cut the front of the t-shirt. If you think you might cut the front, maybe try putting like a bit of cardboard in between the front and the back so that you don't cut anything you're not meant to be cutting. And also, if you're young, please ask your parents if you're allowed to do this before you cut up your clothes, because they might get a bit angry. But if they say yes, you'll look really cool. Okay, and now this is one kind of thing. Make sure that you sort of have it even on either side of your center line. That's why you want to draw the center line in the first place, so that you can have this little cool spine looking thing down the middle. So do that. So I'm going to try these on and show you the both t-shirts and yeah, let you know what they look like and if I actually like them on. But with these little bits, don't throw them away. You can tie them around a wire coat hanger and that way your clothes won't slip off. So just wrap them all around, all the way around and yeah. Alright, I'll try them on the sheet. Okay, so this is the first one. So this is what it's like at the front. It's like a normal t-shirt, right? And now I personally love it, but obviously it's not for everyone and it's revealing, but it's just your back, so it's not really revealing anything but your back. But obviously, but you know, you can either wear like a nude bra or a bandeau or just any bra that you like that you don't mind if people see. I actually really like the look of this bra at the back because it's all like lace patterned and it looks really pretty. So that is that. So I really like it. It's really fun and it would be really good in summer when it's a super hot day because all this air can just like flow into your back. And I guess it'd be really good if like you're going to like a music festival or maybe a theme park or something like that, somewhere where you're going to be moving around a lot and get really hot, and this will give you heaps and heaps of air and stuff. And you know, if you have something really cool like this, but you know, you're going somewhere where an open back shirt wouldn't be appropriate, you can just chuck on a cardigan or a coat or a jacket and just wear it as a normal shirt and no one will ever know. But yeah, so I'll show you the next one and how that one turned out. Okay, and this is how just the simple crop turned out, and I really like it. You can see because I did a little curve, it hangs really nicely, and this is the back. It does roll up a bit, but you want it to do that because that way it won't like unravel. And don't cut anything that's going to just unravel if you do that, because that would not be good. But I really like it, and now it's a lot better, and I can wear it with sort of high-waisted shorts, and if I wanted to wear it with something like this, I could tuck it in more easily than I could before when it was really long. Now if I want to tuck it into the skirt like that, you know, it looks a lot better and I don't have all this bulk. So there's lots of reasons why you might want to crop your top. These two were brand new and then I cut them, but this is a great thing to do if you have old clothes and you really want to revamp your old clothes, which next time I do this I'll show you a few different ways other than this that you can do different things to your clothes. Hi Zoe. This is Zoe. You've seen her before. She's my sister's cat. And she's so small and cute. I'm going to say goodbye to them. Hopefully this video helped and gave you a couple good ideas of just fun things to do. I love doing things like this. I've done it to so many different bits and pieces and I'll continue doing it forever, I'm guessing. So say bye to all your viewers, Zoe. Mwah. Mwah. Thank you. Do you like my clothes? The only thing with like the skeleton back t-shirt, be careful when you're getting it on and off that you don't like snag your hand on it and rip the ribs off. It's not the end of the world if you do, and I guess if you did break them you could probably stitch some cool ribbons so that it has the same effect, but instead of having the t-shirt it has ribbons, so if it gets broken in the wash or something like that, you know, you can salvage it. So if mine starts to fall apart then I'll make a video of me fixing it, but right now I love it. But obviously anytime you cut the seams off or cut holes into any kind of clothing, it will weaken the material, so don't expect it to stay in one shape as much as it would have if you would have had it before. But hopefully that helped. I love you so much and I can't wait till spring and summer get here. I am just so pumped for summer, even though it's still ages away, it's still winter, winter, still winter, I can't say it. It's still winter. It's still winter, but I can feel summer's on its way. I can't wait. And yeah, I'll see you later. Bye.